So we had a typhoon. In fact, we had two of them, one after the other. So we had to suspend land preparations, and this is what happened to the land after the first round. So we got to do this again, and then we're also going to do what they call a stabling, which is using the rotavator. They're on standby right now, and I'll take videos of that when he gets into operation, so you see how they churn up the soil and level it, and then also apparently rake up the dead grass. So after the disc harrowing second time, and they're going to install this, which is going to rake everything and kind of level it, and then after that goes this thing here, the rotavator, on standby. And like so. So I thought it's going to be a separate attachment. I guess not. Far more efficient this way. It's going to take a while, but everything will get raked, and they push the grass to the back of the field over there. And then it's all going to be leveled with the rotavator coming up next. It's always hard work, farming, that's for sure, but very satisfying also for sure. And the rotavator goes into action. So you got two simultaneous things happening: harrowing, leveling, raking, and this is known as the rotavator. The rotavator basically churns up the soil and kind of lays it out flat like this. And once all of this is done, the final part will be furrowing, and I'll show you that as well in this video coming up, and that's on another day though. And once it's all furrowed and ready for planting, we straight away hit it. You can clearly see the difference where the difference between where the rotavator ran and where it hasn't done so yet. So see how nicely level everything becomes and how it beautifully churns up the soil. It makes it so much easier for furrowing to take place. I'll show you the rotavator in operation closer. Like so. And the last operation is what we call furrowing, and you may have seen it in one of the previous videos from last year. So the final land preparation, and we have a whole team of people here, and they're from the Department of Agriculture. This is a public-private partnership, PPP, joint venture for growing millets between the Department of Agriculture in the Philippines and ourselves. And the whole field is going to be furrowed. And since the furrowing has been done, they are doing what is known as a layouting. So because we are growing different millets in different plots, we are going to plot them out and grow them separately. 100% organic in this field, and in the other field it's going to be 90% organic, and there's going to be a portion of the field they want to try the inorganic with fertilizer, chemical fertilizer method from the Department of Agriculture. So we try both and get the best result. So the way the layouting goes is all the DA personnel, and some of those are our farmers. So the way the layout goes is that they're going to make 5 different plots, and it's going to be 6 meters by 6 meters, and then between the plots there's going to be a 1 meter gap so that we can easily access all the different plots. Now currently Proso and Barnyard are the 2 millets that will go into the seeding part of it, and then a little later on we will be planting the finger millet, or ragi as it is called, and brown top millet. So that will be probably 2 weeks from now. So the first two seeds that will go here is barnyard seeds and proso millet. Seeding operations going on. So the strings that have been put in is about 10 centimeters apart. So they're putting the seeds in line with that, and the seeds will go in about this much, is less, about 2 centimeters, because after that the soil gets covered over it, and then on top of that we're going to do top dressing using vermicompost in the first phase. Something that many channels that I've seen on YouTube do not cover is the distance of the furrows and the distance between planting. I'll show all of those things. Now the distance between furrows for millets generally is about 30 to 35 centimeters. We couldn't get the tractor to get it done, get it to that, but we got 40 centimeters, which is still doable. Then coming to the sowing rate, it is going to be 10 centimeters between plants. And this whole area is going to be plotted for planting the two, for barnyard and proso millet as of now. And what you see here is vermicompost, the top dressing on the seeds that have been dropped in. That's the next step. Establishing the test plots. All the layouting has been done, and they will placard this, and I will show you what the placards look like, and they will identify what is being grown in each of these test plots. Data is gathered this way. N1 signifies the application. Some of the blocks, no application at all, to see how they grow for the millets. And V1, V2, etc., those are the varieties used, the two different proso and barnyard millets that we've used. These are the millets, and they seem to have survived.
Here, and thank you. You changed your schedule for me. This is amazing.
You're welcome.
But this is great work that's being done between you and the DA here, the Department of Agriculture, I should say.
And he's the field technical officer.
Yeah, and we had a great meeting with the DA at the offices earlier, and I think the work that's being done here with trialing different millets in this environment, and then potentially other environments around the Philippines, is going to go a long way towards food security within this region, this nation.
Right.
This is an excellent pilot project, and Sorghum United, we're really eager to see how this progresses for you, because we'd like to replicate this in other parts of the world as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.